the hurricane thing is, we got some friends out there. So by the time this show, let's just start right now. By the time this show goes up, it'll be over pretty much.
Yeah.
But
the hurricane?
Yeah. I mean, they'll be done with the aftermath.
It's like hitting the coast right now, right?
Yeah, right now.
Yeah.
But we had some friends that moved out there, some jiu-jitsu guys I know, and he posted. It's hilarious. Adam, he's one of the coaches. He's so fucking funny.
He's like pulling guard in the parking lot, like to the rain.
He said he posted something like Florida is looking for a hero to save them from the hurricane, and he's doing like wrestling moves like in the parking lot
with his gi on and everything.
Is
it I need a hero?
I actually didn't play the audio. It might be. But
it's supposed to be like the biggest hurricane in a while, right?
It's not that I don't. It's not that I think they're lying or something. I'm just skeptical because they always play shit up, and it might be real, but like. You hear these crazy numbers, 175, and then I look somewhere else, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be 150, and I look somewhere else, oh, it's gonna be 150.
Who do you mean they though? They
just
Florida?
like media,
random people,
or even just influencers, or I mean, there's.
I mean, it's always hard to tell though too, because as soon as it makes landfall, the winds slow down dramatically. Yeah. So it's like,
for sure. Yeah.
I mean, everybody knows that.
Well, apparently not here.
I know.
I saw people just earlier. I was waiting to come in. And I was in my car and I was looking and. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I'm definitely retarded, so who knows? But
got that tiz.
Got a deep case of the tism. Okay, when the water recedes from the shoreline, that's like I know that's normally tsunami, but they were showing video. This happened in Tampa just now, where the news is out there like the water receded out like a half mile. I thought that was like it's time to fucking run because it's coming back.
Yeah,
but then I've only known that from a tsunami standpoint.
Yeah,
what happens with does the hurricane like suck it up and then spit it back? And so
fuck, I don't know.
I don't know, but that's scary as fuck.
But yeah, I mean, just me looking at it
from what I heard when someone was talking about it was that the levels were still higher than they normally are.
Yeah,
when it's being sucked out because the tide goes out.
Right, the tide goes out, but then it basically brings the water up and then dumps and then.
Well, so like when the tide goes out, when you're like looking at the bay, the measurements and like the bay water, it usually gets lower. And what they're saying is that the tide's out, but it's still the water level's still extremely high.
Right.
Which means that like it's gonna flood even more when it comes in.
When it comes back.
Yeah, so that's like what I gather from what I saw. People were saying, I don't know that it was necessarily that it was sucking water out so much as like they were just saying that the water levels are still extremely high.
Well, I saw
though
like,
it's low tide.
You could see sand like almost as far as the eye could see on the beach, and the reporter was like, "I've never seen this before."
Run! Yeah. That's probably just from like the waves getting like so big, they're like pulling the water back out.
I would bounce. I'm not hanging out there.
You know what also is creepy is I saw this article with someone saying that a bunch of animals are like acting weird. You know how like horses and like animals get weird when like the weather changes and the pressure. They know what's up. There a bunch of a huge flock of like cranes or something, or like in neighborhoods and shit. Like
I saw the video.
You saw that?
I don't know how cranes normally act, so I don't know. Maybe
I don't think they're hanging out in neighborhoods.
No, I don't. I mean, neither here nor there on that. I'm just saying the noises they're making were really creepy. But then you could show me a video of cranes.
Bro, show me a video of any bird. It just scares the fuck out of me.
yeah, birds are creepy.
Dude, I was getting breakfast on the boardwalk the other day, and like as I'm waiting for my food to come out, this woman. So this is at Woody's on the boardwalk. You'll love this because of our experience with seagulls. So this woman's sitting there, like there's some like bench seating that looks out on like across the boardwalk onto the water, and this woman's got her food there with her drink, and a fucking seagull just dive bombs down, snatches her food up, and then knocks over a bunch of other shit, and then jumps on the fucking the wall on the boardwalk, and is just staring at everyone.
They're getting ballsy, dude.
Like, I don't give a fuck.
You said that was a seagull, right?
Seagull, yeah.
Fuck seagulls.
Kill them all.
They're nasty.
Literally kill them. There should be a bounty on all seagulls and pigeons. Just kill them.
And the hurricane won't do it, God damn it.
I know. They love that shit.
I know. They live for it. They're going to be feasting on everything when it fucking...
They're just hanging out. It's all flooded neighborhood, and the seagulls just kind of...
Wait, so did you see that guy got... in Florida, thought he was going to get paid $70,000 from Aiden Ross for staying outside on like an aero mattress
Well, so he did. I don't know how. It's just Twitter, I guess. But because I see all this shit. You're like, how the fuck? I'm fucking 40. How do I know any of this shit? But but I saw that guy, and he did the last one without getting paid. So he just did it on his own for like content.
So is this like a dare? Like they're
no,
daring?
it's just for content. It's just he's just being ridiculous for content.
Yeah.
But he's he was like under a bridge. He was under a bridge in Florida, and he had a tent and like a couple of bags of ramen, and he's like, I'm surviving. And then the water level, this water came out of nowhere and rushed and pushed his tent off. And
no way.
Yeah, I know, right?
Whoa.
And then he's sprinting. I mean,
who would have thought?
Yeah.
That clip was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
This
isn't the guy that's in his boat in Florida right now.
No,
right?
that's
Did you see that one?
That's Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah. I'm sorry, that's
Lieutenant Dan. Yeah,
that's even crazier.
Yeah.
He kind of had a point though. He's like, when it starts flooding, like the safest place to be in is a boat.
Sure. Go out in the deep ocean.
No, don't go in the deep otion.
It's even worse closer to
I think
shore.
it'd be
You think
safer
so?
deeper.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's ready though. Like he's already in his boat. So if shit gets getting crazy,
Here's the thing: when the tide comes in, it's pushing all kinds of shit and it's sucking all kinds of shit out. So you're basically going to be in like a fucking soup cocktail of like homes being washed away.
Right, yeah, like a motorhome bashes your boat.
Yeah. Like, did you not like even when there was like that little tiny fucking tsunami on the West Coast that like literally did nothing here? It like up in Santa Cruz where like people had their boats docked, they were literally smashing up against the dock and breaking the docks. And that's just like a tiny little like 3-foot tsunami waves.
Okay, I mean that makes sense. And then also I think he's kind of crazy because he said that God told him to stay on his boat. So
but he already survived the last one like a week ago. You know,
the last one was a week ago.
Yeah, that was like a week.
shit.
Yeah, but it wasn't as bad. It didn't hit that area specifically.
Yeah.
But here's the other thing though. He's a content creator, so this is all
Lieutenant Dan?
Yeah, this is all some weird shit. So
You do gotta wonder, like, are they out there up until the point where like you gotta like get somewhere safe? You know, like they're doing most of their content and they're like, oh shit, now time to go. You know?
so someone again Twitter, someone posted a video like showing. So he had somebody made him a GoFundMe and it has like $25,000 for this, and it has a name that's not his name on there. It's not the one that he's giving the news. And then he just got arrested for like battery on a police officer, and that was a different name. And then someone found like this other Instagram page that's his that has a different name, and it said like content creator, whatever. So I mean, he's also probably mentally ill.
Yeah.
Oop, you need to come
As
out
most
with your own
content
media
creators are.
outlet, bro. Can you start your own like fucking media outlet, please?
I can't beat Twitter. Twitter's too good, dude. The news is too fast.
True.
It's really, I know people hate Elon, sure, whatever, but on Twitter, when it comes to fucking news, it is on, like, or shit that's breaking, like, happening right that second.
Yeah.
It is so, dude, if I hear a weird noise in my neighborhood, I just go on Twitter in San Diego.
Speaking of which, have you guys ever heard one of these loud booms? I've never heard one.
I hear them all, dude, I hear them all the
Seriously?
time. You know what's so weird? Okay, we'll get back to the other shit in a second. But what's so weird, I can hear, you guys know where I live. Like, I can hear.
You're under the flight path for some military
Well,
shit.
for sure that, yeah. But I can hear the shooting at San Clemente Island.
Yeah.
And they're shooting machine guns. I can hear that
Is
at
that
my
just
house.
because like the echo, like where you, like the
I don't
ravines
know,
or
but,
whatever?
Like, you can't hear it, right?
Oh no.
So, but you're way closer.
But I also can't hear these alleged sonic booms that everyone hears.
Yeah, I hear that.
I never heard the sonic boom. I hear the guns though. I used to hear them when I first moved in my place. I'm like, those can't be guns. And then you brought it up. I was like, holy shit. Yeah, I hear them pretty well.
Because you can hear the way.
And you can't even hear.
Yeah, I know. If I can hear it, dude, it's fucking. Mostly what I hear is like, every once in a while a gunshot. I'm like, yeah, that's wild.
You guys saw that thing I sent you with the SWAT team in PB on Sunday, right?
Oh no,
I don't think I saw it.
What happened?
I don't even know what it was. I didn't even get. There's like
you gotta jump on Twitter, bitch.
When it's hyper local, you never get it.
Hyper local.
Pacific Beach never makes the cut. But yeah, I don't know. There was just like some people like there's like it was in North PB on like Chalcedony. They had like the SWAT team with like sniper rifles and everything out. But you know what that shit? It's like some weirdo like lost his mind and is like. You know what I mean? Like,
and then a bunch of North PB, like older people called like the police and said like made some shit up. Like, oh, he's trying to kill us.
Yeah, like every single time I've ever seen something like that in PB, it's always like a total letdown on what it actually is. It's always like, oh, like somebody had like a mental breakdown and they were like schizophrenic or some shit like that.
Ain't nothing goes on in PB, dude. It's a bunch of college kids getting drunk and fingering each other.
Fingering.
Yeah, dude.
So actually, speaking of wind, going back to the wind shit, on my way over here, there was like a gathering of people opposing a building that's going up in like North PB. And so, I mean, these are like all like old, like median age was like 65, 70 years old. These are all like old people who are like, you can't build a building that tall out here, you know, doing that whole thing. And this woman was being interviewed by the news, and I the craziest fucking shit I've ever heard. She was like, you don't understand, like, it's getting so warm out here that we need the wind to come in from the coast to cool down the area east of the 5 because it's so much warmer over there, so we can't build these buildings because they'll block the wind.
Wow.
And this woman is like out there like talking to the fucking camera saying this, and I'm like, you are bug fuck crazy, lady.
Well, the news people, they always get the craziest people to talk on the camera, right? They're always
Yeah,
like, so what happened?
somewhat.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, the lizard people, they just really have been
I think it's the
changing.
other way. I think nutty people.
Crazy, they seek
out the
camera.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah,
That's the thing too, is the people who were like putting this on, like the like they were giving, like guy was giving a speech, all the shit they were saying was fucking nuts. Like it made no fucking sense.
Yeah.
But like, you know, like that's what gets people out to, you know, come together is just crazy shit.
Your normal everyday person is not going to pull over.
No, they're watching the Padres game.
Or they're not. Or they're also not going to be standing out there. Like in my mind, I would never go to something like that, even if I strongly agreed, because I don't think it would make a difference. Like you're really like no one's like driving by honk honk and like I'm voting for that. You know?
And also the people,
you know?
who tend to show up to those things are like the least sympathetic people imaginable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're all fucking crazy. Like there's no like normal people out there.
Yeah, and they're probably the type of people that think maybe if I scream something into a camera, like, oh, this is my chance. Like, you know, I could say something, maybe it'll make a difference. And it won't. It will not make a difference. Right. They're still gonna put that building up.
I know. And just to think they could have stopped that hurricane with a bunch of tall buildings out in my
That's why Miami never gets hit. It's just that road,
right?
Buildings.
That's it. That's
West
it, dude.
Beach?
There it is.
What is it? Is it West Beach? Wait, no.
South Beach.
South Beach.
Man, we could stop the fires in the Santa Anas, just build a bunch of tall skyscrapers on the
Put the casinos up.
Dude, you saw the Tropicana got fucking blown up, right?
Yeah.
We should have fucking gone to that.
That would have been cool.
What do you mean blown up?
They imploded it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Is there any part of the country that sees more of their buildings imploded than Vegas?
It's got to be a lot.
Dude, it's just up and down out there.
And it's crazy too that like that because like nobody ever wants to just like renovate the interior.
No,
because
it's expensive. Yeah, to like make it look dope.
And like plus you want to like do it from the ground up, so everyone's like, oh
yeah,
like,
well,
it's got like the crazy rooftop bar.
It
like,
builds the like the not intention but talk, and everyone's like, hey, what are they building over there? In San Diego, that's huge. Like when they start building something. Everybody talks. You guys see that building downtown?
We have 6 skyscrapers.
Dude, we got like 5.5, bro. Like our downtown is sad.
This is not a real city. I will say that.
Yeah.
If you drive downtown on a Monday and you can find parking anywhere you want.
Yeah, but you have to park in feces.
Yeah. I think I had to meet your brother. This was years ago now. There was something. I don't remember what it was. I had to meet your brother and he was downtown and it was Monday morning. And in my head, I never go down there on a Monday morning. And in my
You're like,
head,
oh, parking's gonna be crazy.
I'm like, fuck, where am I gonna park? Like, it's gonna be a pain in the ass. I pulled up right in front of the building. He ran outside. I don't remember what it even was. I gave him something, and then he went back inside. That was it. Yeah.
Like, like the funny thing is when you look at it from the bay.
Yeah.
Like if you're in like Coronado, it looks like it's like a bunch of tall buildings, you know. But when you're in it, it's just all like surface level parking lots everywhere.
Yeah, and everything's kind of spread out a little bit. Yeah. Not really spread out, but just enough to be like, all right, I gotta walk like, you have to walk like a couple blocks to get someplace.
Yeah, and like if you're not like in like Fifth in like that area, then it just doesn't feel like there's much there, like at all.
Eventually it'll be like that. They're building, but
yeah.
Wait, speaking of building, why? Because I couldn't find this online. It doesn't look like it exists. Why isn't it like in Florida and these places that have these like hurricanes? Why isn't there a big business of having like very tall like parking structure, like concrete deals where you can drive in there, park your car, hang out, that kind of thing.
Like not like wait out the storm, like
yeah, kind of, but like just maybe like like a lot of parking lots that are like 3-4 stories. You know what I mean? That they can use normally when there's no hurricane deal, but
while your house is getting wrecked.
I will say this, like so like Florida, especially Miami, is like a lot of it's sprawl. Yeah. So like as soon as you get out of like South Beach and like downtown Miami, it's just all like sprawl suburbs. Yeah. And there's also like zero transit. So basically, if you want to go out to like downtown Miami or South Beach, you got to drive. And so there's a shit ton of parking structures like out there.
So I mean, so they must just all be full and people just bounce. Cause this is like 2 years ago. Remember that McLaren was like bouncing around like his garage, and then his Bentley was like bumping into it. It's floating. Oh. But why? Like why?
Don't worry, they cancel each other out.
Yeah, right. Yeah. There's actually a YouTuber bought that actual flooded one, and he's trying to rebuild.
Hey, fuck it.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. But wait. So, but why wouldn't you put your car there or so, like, or maybe people do, and you never hear about it. I don't know.
I mean, so a lot of those tall
insurance scam. It just hit me. That might be part of it. Sorry, go ahead.
A lot of those tall buildings have parking structures, like the high rises. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
It just seems like this is the least. And then here's the other issue with this hurricane shit. So the big bad Mother Earth comes through, knocks all our shit down, blows it over, and then we just pick up toothpicks and put it back together. Yeah. Why are we building the buildings like this?
Like, so seriously. I mean, all the insurance in Florida, especially in like the low lying areas, like when you see some of those that are like basically built like at sea level, like out into like the water, that shit, you're not going to be able to insure those homes.
You can't even insure. There's actually a really big insurance crisis in the country right now, like, but Florida's bad.
We mentioned this after the show last time, but like it's not, people think there's going to be like a 2007 level like housing collapse where like the value of homes just totally collapse and, people are like leaving their homes, blah, 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 that kind of thing. It's not going to be that. It's going to be homes in areas where you can't get insured, where people are going to lose the value of their homes and have to walk away from them. And then they're going to have to move to places where there's already a housing shortage. So you're just going to see fucking prices go through the roof. Like, we're fucked.
Well, because I know this
place, who's we?
Like, everyone's fucked.
I mean, yeah. Anything that's big like that, we're all fucked. But
like, it's the entire, and it's not just Florida. It's California too, with like building into like fire territories. Like they're already not insuring. Like I have a family friend who bought an investment property in Tahoe, and like straight up couldn't get insurance for it. My neighborhood, which is not like a fire area, they're having trouble insuring houses right now. Yeah.
What the fuck? How does this even
like people are getting letters? You just lose your insurance. They're like, it's over in 30 days, and then you have to find new insurance
because you can't. By law, you're required to have.
So if
insurance.
Nobody will insure your house, then like
it's worthless.
What the fuck? What's going on here?
No, like straight up, your home.
I know, I believe you. I'm just saying, like
your home is essentially worthless if you can't get it insured.
Because you're gonna have to tell your bank, like, yo, I can't get my shit insured. And they're just going to be like, well, too bad.
Yeah, they're like, we're going to need collateral. So, like everything you own.
Yeah.
Shit.
And, like, even if you live in it, even if you're just using it to live in, and, like, you're not going to be able to sell it. Like,
well, who would buy a house that you couldn't insure?
Exactly,
no way. And you'd have to disclose that. You would have to.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's...
So, what, does the bank buy it? And what's the bank going to do with it?
No, they're not going to buy it.
They're going to go under. And then they're going to get bought out. They're going to get saved by the government, and we're going to take it in the ass again.
Like right now, all these states where the insurance companies are going to be insolvent if they like don't basically abandon these properties now. Like people, like residents, voters are morons, and they're trying to get the states to force people like you to subsidize homes that can't be insured. Mm-hmm. So you would have to pay it through you would have to pay for their insurance essentially by paying more on your property, on your fire insurance.
Oh, Jesus. Let's change the subject. I'm stressing out. I'm like, I'm getting on my phone and shit. I'm like texting my fucking realtor.
Yeah, like it's gonna be fucking nuts, dude. Like you're gonna see like big shifts in places like Florida.
Don't trust what he says because he's got ulterior motives.
Who, me or Alex?
No, the realtor. I'm saying you want like, let me go text the realtor.
He's all sell.
No, he's got his goals are not aligned with your goals.
You know what's funny is I got caught up saying that too about my realtor. Like, no, my dude's cool, and everyone's like, nah. Everyone says that about their realtor. They're all scum.
Like that dude's praying for like a divorce or a medical issue from his client so he can put it back on the market again.
You're asking wife advice. He's like,
So wait a minute. Every year on my birthday, he sends me a card. That doesn't mean shit.
Yeah. He sends me one too. I don't even know him.
He's all, Schoeny, give me your info. So you don't have a car, but you're gonna own a house. Let's do this.
Wait, is it handwritten at the very least? Oh,
I
you
don't
could
fucking-
totally
It's
get that
it's
going.
copied from handwritten.
Yeah.
yeah. You
It's a
print it out.
stamp.
Yeah.
But you could hire.
But 3D print it.
You could get that in like for sure. I mean, I haven't looked, but I know
For
for
sure
sure.
you
I can
could.
find
Yeah,
that, get
yeah,
that in
100%,
China, and
yeah.
then just like, oh, it's handwritten.
Just pay some kid in the Philippines.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
fucking-
Oh my
Whatever.
God. Speaking of weather, I was having a conversation with a friend a couple weeks ago, and we were talking about like Florida and all these fucking weather issues and stuff. And it just reminds me of how lucky we have it in San Diego. And the only real, I mean, we kind of take it for granted until we leave and go somewhere else. Like back in the day when I was like going to like different cities and DJing, I went to Chicago with one of my buddies, and they're like, "All right, dress warm.
Yeah,
it's
right.
cold out here." And I was like, "Yeah, bro, cool. Like I got hoodies.
So, yeah,
like,
you got a hoodie. I guess like a slim hoodie.
yeah, I got a hoodie, and maybe I'll bring my fucking
It's
navy
like
peacoat. You know,
thermal.
dude, I brought a fucking shirt, hoodie, and a peacoat.
Yeah, you got a layer.
I did. That still wasn't enough. And then my homie that lived in Chicago was like, "Bro, you just have jeans on." When I tell
Wait,
you,
you
my
weren't wearing long
kneecaps-
underwear?
No, just my fucking thong.
Even I know to wear long underwear.
And but I'm a California guy. I don't think about that
So am I.
shit. So I show up and I tell you, dude, my kneecaps have never been so cold. They were aching. And we were just like walking around like downtown Chicago.
Legit cuts.
like
through
like a hooker in,
Yeah.
in the middle of winter.
Yeah, I mean, and it didn't help that my jeans got, the
holes in them.
Yeah, for sure.
H&M.
That
like,
was it, yeah.
dude. And I was like, fuck.
Thin ass Zara socks on.
Yeah.
And so
And
then
they're not even thick jeans either.
No, not
they're
at
like the
all.
stretchy fucking
Yeah,
True
yeah.
Religion
And I was
jeans,
like
you know?
freezing my ass off, but damn, I look good. And then I went to like Oklahoma City. I was going out there once a month, and every Saturday at noon, I'm in my hotel room and I hear this like, I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like texting the manager at the bar, like, yo, what the fuck? Like, what's happening? And she's like, oh yeah, that's just the
it's
hurricane.
it's the trailer park relocator.
Yeah. It's I'm sorry, the tornado siren.
Yeah.
Every week they just test it out. So I was like, I'm good, right? She's like, no, you're good. And just another thing, I'm like, fuck. Like, I mean, I guess California, we have earthquakes, but
You rarely
Dude,
ever feel those.
rarely.
When the big one happens, it's devastating. We're
Yeah.
due for one. Like it's been what 30 years or something, like since a really.
I mean,
really
what do
big
we,
one.
1988, 89?
89.
the Bay Area?
Well, in 94, there was one big one in LA.
Really?
There's big ones. They're just not necessarily like near.
we need a good one.
Oh my God.
Need a good
chill out,
shake.
dude.
Need a
I live in a
good
3-story, bro.
Yeah.
My bedroom's on the 3rd story.
It's just new. You'll be all right.
Going
Hey,
back and
straight
forth.
up though, my the only time I've ever experienced an earthquake on a higher level, like it really does shake
Oh,
differently.
yeah.
Like you really do notice
You're
it.
swaying.
Yeah,
You're like
yeah,
swaying
yeah.
or rolling.
And
depending
you
on
like
the
freeze. You're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's weird. You just never feel the ground shake.
Speaking about the weather, when I was in Chicago for my cousin's wedding on New Year's Eve, fucking worst place and time to have a wedding ever. I was like super sick the day I got there. And like my cousins and like my family, everyone was like going out. And I was like, I can't. I got to stay in my Airbnb and fucking try to sleep and get better for the wedding. So I ordered some Postmates. And I'm like right in the heart of the city in like Old Town Chicago, like kind of by where Second City is.
You mean MAGA country?
Yes.
Maggot?
MAGA.
Oh,
country.
No,
MAGA.
not South Chicago. So I ordered the fucking Postmates, and I realized this dude is delivering it on a bike. It's like 10 degrees outside, and I'm like, I feel bad now. I'm like, this motherfucker is like out there,
And you know,
like
he's probably
pedaling.
he's shaking a little bit
like
more when he
in
gives
the,
you the
in
food.
the snow. Yeah, and it wasn't even like that close. Like it was close enough, like if you were by car, but it was like kind of a distance if you were biking, you know. And it shows up, and I'm assuming he had it in like the warmer bag or whatever, but the shit was ice cold by the time
Oh,
it got
fuck
to me, dude.
That
Straight
sucks.
up, like not even like lukewarm. It was like it had been like left out on the counter for like a half a day.
So how scathing was your review?
Oh, I fucking
No.
I'm pretty sure he's not allowed to deliver again.
Come on,
This
man.
fucking idiot.
He also touched me.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I gave him a good review and a tip and all that.
To
Yeah.
be fair, though,
Yeah, it's not his fault.
no, it is his fault actually. Well, I'm just saying
He might have been holding it out in the wind on his
Yeah,
bike.
it
with
was
his
it was
hands.
it was probably just the paper bag.
I would have given him a good review and I would have tipped him as well. But in reality, if you didn't, I don't think that's unfair because you paid for warm food.
Yeah.
And you didn't get warm food.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be a dickhead about it, but I don't think it's unfair. Like, hey, man, like.
Then again, though, if you want warm food, you better get your ass over to the restaurant and get it yourself.
I'm sick,
Come
man.
on.
Why? Well, why am I paying triple the price of the fucking food if it,
Yeah, I mean, well, if you want it warm, just go to the restaurant. Like,
I'm saying,
you're rolling the dice.
When I do Postmates, Uber Eats, whatever.
Yeah, you expect it to be warm. Yeah.
Triple the price of the. If
Am I the only one that doesn't use those apps? Fuck that shit. It's so expensive.
Well, I mean,
so fucking
yeah, because
expensive.
we're no longer in the days of VC subsidies. We got to actually pay full price.
So good for a while.
We're telling our grandkids, "Oh, we had it so good back in the day." You don't even know.
That. I don't think people.
Yeah, they complain about it like it's inflation, but it's not.
No.
I think we've talked about this a couple times. I'm just talking about when it first came out. I was like, no, I'm good. Even when I just saw like a $4 surcharge, I'm like, nah, fuck that.
Dude, the thing is, when it first came out, it was
you could get
it
deals.
was the same price.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like of just going to pick it up, and it would just show up at your house.
So what changed?
Not only that, you could get deals. Like if you scoured the fucking app like for deals, you could get like a free burger and fries or whatever. Like you could literally come out ahead back in the day.
So what is it? What?
Subsidized. Yeah.
Well, it's so like these companies like Uber and all these startups, like they don't function like normal companies. They get like a huge amount of investment money from venture capitalists. And the whole point of that is to essentially ramp up and burn the money. They're not trying to turn a profit.
So make sure everyone that like tries out like Uber at the beginning gets it.
Yeah,
They're like, oh my God, I got to rely on this.
In the case of Uber, it was to put the yellow cabs out of business.
And
they were literally, so it's not that dissimilar from like how like Starbucks, when they first went into like big cities, they would go around to, they would open up like 3 shops on the same block as like a neighborhood coffee shop.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
and then they would close down 2 of them once the other one went.
They even still do it because they by my house there's now 4 within like a couple block radius, and they got rid of 2 of the coffee shops that are right there. They're 2 of them gone. Yeah.
Uber, I've noticed that Uber and fucking Lyft. Jesus Christ, man!
I used to
when I used to live in Point Loma. I'm 4 minutes away from the fucking airport. Like I could literally walk there. It'd take me 25, 30 minutes. But I used to get an Uber and it used to be like $7, $9 at the most. Now I still go over there because my buddy still lives over there, and I drive from Chula Vista, park my car over there, then call an Uber and take an Uber from there, and it's cheaper. Now it's like $22.
Exactly. Yeah. But that's
from Point Loma. This is like right next to the airport.
It used to be like $16 to go from PB to downtown. Now it's like $35 or something.
Yeah, man, it's wild. They were fucked. They literally put out they like took the business from the fucking the yellow cabs, and now I always say this. I'm always like, I'm gonna take a fucking let's start taking cabs again. I haven't seen a cab in a year.
Yeah, they were that expensive anyway.
Were they?
And the service sucked. They were so shady. They were so shady.
Even though Uber is more expensive, I prefer
for
it
sure
over
1,000%
for than the cab shit. So, dude, I had to get a cab. This is maybe like 3 years ago. I got off the train and I trying to order Uber. You know, like Old Town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
a little sketchy.
The pores are over there, and I can't be touched by the pores. So I get off the train, and it was kind of sketchy over there, and I want to get the fuck out of there as soon as possible. And I'm trying to get Uber, I can't get one. So
I love the biggest dude ever. Like, it's sketchy. I want to get out there quick.
Dude, I'm not trying to get stabbed with a fucking needle. Like, I don't care how big you are.
Ain't no one gonna stab you with a needle, bro. They're going for the smaller guy.
Would you want to risk it? Like some guy off his fucking mind over there, lighting his hair on fire? I don't want to deal with that shit.
I believe in you.
So anyway, but then I got a cab that was just sitting right there, and I was like, I jumped in the cab, and it was horrible.
You might as well be mugged with a cab driver.
Yeah, I was like, his shocks were out in the car, so it was like every time we go over a bump, that loud like boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm trying to tell him. I have to tell him each turn because he won't put it in his phone or anything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then he doesn't speak English.
And then they intentionally go the wrong way. And then they try to say they don't take credit cards.
Credit card thing, and I was like, well, you're not getting paid then. And I
suddenly it works
multiple times.
Suddenly it works again.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah.
That's the thing, dude. Like the younger generation will never know how shady the cab drivers were. Yeah. Like that. Like when they went under, I would dance. I danced on their grave.
Yeah. I honestly fuck them. Yeah.
Yeah. No, they were the fucking worst.
The worst, dude.
The absolute fucking worst. I hate
being in a cab is like being in the back of a cop car sometimes.
It is.
So that seat,
it's
the
even
seats.
the same car.
Yeah, right. It's
Crown Vic.
Did I tell you guys once back in the day? This is probably Jesus Christ. This is probably like when I first moved to San Diego. Me and a couple buddies took a cab from downtown to Pacific Beach when I lived over there. And we started texting each other, and we're like, "Hey, let's fucking like ditch this fucking cab." Did I tell you this? Yeah, Alex?
Probably.
And we're like, "All right, do it." I've never done it before, but I was like, "Man, fuck this guy." I think we already talked to him, and he pulled the whole like no credit cards, like cash only. And we're like, "Bro, it's 2008." And so we're.
By the way, when you were texting, it wasn't like on the keyboard; it was the.
It was a BlackBerry.
No, it was one of the multiple.
We had to go 555.
Yeah, we had to cycle through
T9.
the fucking
T9.
T9.
Is that called T9? No, I think it was. I had like a Verizon chocolate. I don't know if you remember that. And then my buddies had like sidekicks. You know, but it was the click, like the clickboards. Anyways, so it's like fucking 2 a.m. We're like texting each other, like, all right, cool. And then we planned it out, like, all right, like at this next light, we're all gonna fucking get out. But instead of all doing it at the same time, we did it one at a time. So like our buddy was like, "Hey, just drop me off here," and the cab driver didn't think anything of it. It was like, "Oh yeah, he's gonna leave," and like we'll pay. And he's like, "Okay." So one of our friends got out, and then like 2 blocks later, one other guy's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get out right here." And then the cab driver, I could see him looking at me in the fucking rearview mirror, right? And then I'm the last one in there.
You bitched out on it. You paid.
No, I didn't bitch out. I just ended up. I had my DJ bag with me because I was DJing, so I like start like putting it on real slow, dude. And he's looking at me.
Oh my god!
And I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do it." Like all my homies are within like a mile radius. We were gonna meet up. So he stops at the light, and I open the door and run. That motherfucker puts it in park and chases me, dude. So I got my DJ backpack, so I'm like goofy as fuck, like trying. You know, you try to run with a backpack on. I'm like, fucking cab driver can fucking run, bro.
It's like
just
T1000.
Yeah, he's smoking. So I was like, what am I gonna do? So I'm like, all right, dude, I gotta fucking like act like I'm gonna kick his ass. So I like turn around, I take my backpack off and I swing it. I'm like, "I'll fucking kill you!" And he's all like, puts his hands up. And he's like, "Fuck you!" And he goes back to the cab, right?
Holy shit.
And then we all fucking text each other. We meet up. We're like laughing. We're like, "What the fuck?" I'm like looking around, make sure he's not like, you know, in the corner looking for us and shit. And then that's when it hits us. We're like 5 miles away from my place. And I'm like, fuck.
So you ordered a cab?
No, we ended up walking it, but it literally took an hour and a half.
That whole time you could have been partying.
Yeah,
like having fun.
That's what you get.
That's what you get for trying to save $12.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Honestly, I'm thrilled. Just everyone lost in this scenario.
Yeah.
Everyone deserved it.
Everyone, dude. I
deserved
mean,
it.
I almost killed a cab driver. Jesus Christ.
I mean, that would have been a win.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah, we're fucking idiots, man. But yeah.
I mean, I will say that I know you don't take the trolley. You're against it.
I'm not against it.
But if you want to undercut Uber, that's like the only way you can do it.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, if I'm going out and I'm staying out late, I'm guessing the trolley, it doesn't go till like 2, right?
Like 1:30, I think, like that. But I mean,
Oh, wow.
you can at least take it to where you're going.
You don't deal with issues on that fucking thing?
Nah, never.
We give them a lot of shit, but I've never been on the trolley, so I don't know. I'll be honest. Like, I've never said that, but like, this dude showed up at my fucking birthday, walked from the trolley.
Yeah, no,
we give him so much
it's
shit.
It's totally fine, dude. The trolley's actually pretty fucking nice.
It's not like Bart in like in
Dude,
the area,
even
right?
I've taken BART recently. It's super. They upgraded all the trains. They're super nice. Yeah.
All right.
I know a lot of people like see a lot of it on social media, and so
Yeah.
the assumption is that like it's all like, don't get me wrong, I've seen like annoying shit on there. Like, you know, like the dude who shows up to like somewhere in public and has like the boombox blasting music.
It's so fucking
I
annoying.
appreciate that.
Dude, you would be
Yeah.
you would
Turn it up,
absolutely do
brother.
that. Yeah.
That shit's so annoying.
Like, I don't care how cool your bangers are.
No, yeah.
Like, you could be slapping like my favorite playlist.
don't care.
You could literally be playing my Spotify playlist.
Yeah.
But like, it sounds like shit on
It's
your
always the
speakers.
shittiest speaker.
Yeah, it sounds like shit. And not only that, even if it sounded good, like the speakers were quality enough, it always sounds like shit the farther away you get.
Well, I mean, no one's like rolling up to the fucking trolley with a Bose like sound system. Or,
If
like,
you want to
Sonos.
play the music like that, then you gotta have that.
I just don't understand why. Like, why not just wear headphones? Like, it's just a better experience.
Yeah.
It's like the dudes on the bikes. It's always black dudes. The dudes on the bikes.
Wait, whack dudes?
No, black dudes.
Oh, wow.
They have the speakers that are
I
so
was just
loud.
making sure you're racist.
They have the speakers so loud on their motorcycles that that they can hear it because they're loud ass motorcycles that are already
they're
annoying.
black brothers.
I
That's
don't understand. Like, this is not a good experience for you or anyone around you.
That's weird. That's always weird.
Yeah, your motorcycle alone is already ruining everything.
Well, another thing too is like when I rode bikes, I would put I had like these headphones that you can still hear, out.
Yeah.
But I would just wear headphones and like wear it low, but it blocked like the shitty sound. So it's loud in the fucking helmet, like, and the bike is loud. Like why do you need the music plus it doesn't make any sense.
You used to ride motorcycles, right?
Yeah.
I don't know where I heard this, but maybe you could tell me if this is true. All like the revving, like when motorcycles are like driving by people or like cutting through traffic and they're like revving their engine like really loud all the time. Is that, it's not like an attitude thing or like, hey, look at me, but it's more of a like awareness.
Yeah, they say that. I don't know. I think it's kind of corny.
They're doing it so cars are like, oh, what's that? And then make sure they don't get hit.
By the way, Biker Boys, based on Scoot.
That's what they say,
bro.
but like I don't know. Like you don't need to do it like that. I don't know. I did it like those defensive riding courses. Those are actually super beneficial, even for just driving, because you're way more. They teach you so much shit, and it's like 3-day courses. And I did the first level and the second one because your insurance. So I got the bike. I was young. And then my insurance.
Always
is
a good
so
idea
low.
when you're young is to get a motorcycle.
Yeah, of course. Well, what do I do now? but so
Get one of the Harleys and play the speakers, man.
yeah. Your insurance is like crazy high. I don't remember what my bike payment. It was a brand new bike, but the bike was like $200. The insurance was like $350 or something like that a month. But then I took those classes and it dropped it way down. Like, cut it in half. Yeah. Because you actually they teach you like on the bike. You watch a bunch of videos. They show you all kinds of shit. But yeah, I think if you're just aware, you shouldn't even be in a scenario where, you like they can't see you. Yeah. If you're sitting in someone's blind spot, you're fucking wrong.
Yeah.
Like that, even in your car, you shouldn't be doing that. Like if you're just sitting there pacing someone and you're in their blind spot.
And people do that shit all the time.
All the time. It's
yeah.
like, it's ridiculous.
You're a big dude. Did you need a big motorcycle?
No, not really.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought it had to do with like
it was like those hipster bikes where the seat's like super high up.
No, and then I had a Gixxer, like the Yamaha Gixxer. I had a 600 first. Then I had a Kawasaki 600, which is not like a big bike.
And that's 600. Then that's the engine
CCs,
size. I don't know shit about.
Yeah, whatever. And then I did get a Gixxer 1000.
Jesus Christ!
But then that one but it's not big. Like, dude, got like 140-pound guys ride them. You know what I mean? Like, it's still fast as fuck.
Yeah,
it's faster than like any car ever. But as long as you're like careful. But then that bike got stolen, and I never got a new bike after that. But
yeah, man, I never been in a motorcycle. That shit's scary.
I think you'd probably be fine now. Most of the time, people get fucked up is because they're riding beyond their
expertise.
Their experts kind of, but or they're even like, you ever been in your car in a situation where like this fucking idiot, and like there's a car stopped here and you can't really see in front. You're like, what? This fucking idiot's pulled over. Like what? And you want to go around, but you can't because your car. On a bike, you can just go around. You can go around like 70, but you don't realize there's a guy with like pane glass walking across the street, and you bash into it, right?
Did you really just say like a cartoon?
yeah. But I think that's a lot of the times when people get fucked up on bikes. They do shit like that where they just use fuck this aggression.
Yeah. Well, same thing as like cars too. You see when there's traffic and somebody's like driving down the shoulder and then they like flip over.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's same kind of shit. The other one is people making lefts in front of you. That's how 90% of people die on motorcycles, because people make a left in front of you.
Oh yeah.
So because they don't recognize the bike as like
you're talking about the left turn yield, like
or it doesn't matter. But you're going straight and they come in the other way and make a left right in front of you.
Yeah,
and
straight
you T-bone them.
Not even joking. Like that's pretty much any time I've almost been hit by a car is with like a left turn yield.
100%.
They do not look. Their only concern is there like a car coming towards me and I need to beat any traffic coming towards me.
I don't even think it's. I mean, it's obviously not malicious, but I just don't think your brain like if it doesn't see the vehicle, there's nothing there.
There's a thing.
That's why they're starting to block the right turn on red.
They did a study
because people are looking this way and then they just go right through the fucking intersection without even looking to see if there's people there.
There's something mentally that somebody did a study about seeing anything but a car.
Yeah, right.
And it's same that goes with motorcycles. Like, you see the motorcycle, but like you said, your brain's just looking like, is there a car? Okay, there's no cars. Let's go.
It's because your mentality in a car is nothing can hurt me other than a car.
Yeah,
true,
for sure.
True.
Yeah.
Like a individual isn't going to hurt me. A bicycle isn't going to hurt me. A person on a motorcycle isn't going to hurt me. It's why like if you ever want to like slow traffic down, the design is usually to put like trees and like bollards and shit like that, like right up against the lane, the car lane.
What, like by the sidewalk?
Yeah, basically, like to like narrow the lanes. If you make drivers feel uncomfortable, they drive slower and they start paying more attention.
That makes sense.
Interesting. Or put one of those little signs out there that says "kids in play."
Dude, that's why I always talk about the accidents on Grand right over here. It's because it's like a freeway.
Yeah, I don't like Grand.
Yeah, and there's cars parked on there. Like they bolt out into the street. Like I woke up the other morning. It was like 5:30 in the morning, and some dude just on his way to work, not even drunk, just straight up clipped the back of a fucking car that was parked on the street.
Well, you say not drunk.
Yeah. How
do I know the direction he was going? This is the key. Drunk drivers are going east. Sober drivers are going west.
Got it. Speaking of cars, I found this on Twitter too. Irvine over here, Irvine, California. Some of the cops are getting Cybertrucks now.
Oh yeah. I saw that.
You see that? Yeah, the city of Irvine. I don't know where they're getting the money, but they're gonna have
Irvine because wealthy as fuck.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. True.
I feel like they always do this though. So
yeah,
it's like
wasn't it like the
Camaros? Did they?
No,
do
it wasn't Camaros. I'm talking about like the big SUVs. Wasn't it like a Escapades or whatever it was?
Escalades.
Yeah.
I saw like there's the police department that has the Dodge Demon, which is like it's like 170 grand or something like that. Like
it's all PR.
Yeah, exactly. It's all PR. Like I saw a Mustang, the Shelby Mustang. One of them had that, but like they're not really doing anything with it. They're just going to like community events.
Yeah.
Letting the kids hit the siren.
It's like the outreach program for like cops who have DUIs and have to have something to do.
Yeah.
Imagine getting pulled over by a Cybertruck though, dude. I'd be fucking. First of all, I'm pissed I'm getting pulled over. Then by a fucking ugly ass fucking Cybertruck. And I like them, but I know everyone fucking hates them.
I like them, but they're ugly. I think both things can be true at the same time.
Can we figure this out? How can that be though? I try to explain to people.
So I don't know like how you guys are, but I really love concept cars.
Yeah.
Like ones that like never go to market. Yeah. Like you remember that? I always remember that episode in The Simpsons where Homer gets paid to design a car, and it's like a total piece of shit. But I remember like watching that episode and I was like, it's a cool ass car.
Yeah.
It made no sense, but like it did everything they thought would be cool in a car. You know
when Nike did the Back to the Future sneakers? Same thing with those. Do you remember those?
No.
Oh, straight out of the movie. So it's the ones that Marty McFly. He laces up and they fucking like tighten to his feet and shit. They were goofy looking, and then Nike made them, and all these collectors wanted them. They were still goofy as fuck.
Cool,
same shit, but they're cool. It's like, Same with the Cybertruck. Like, yeah, dude, it's fucking. It can be ugly as fuck, but I appreciate seeing something that going down the street.
You know what's funny? I realized what the issue with it the other day was when one was driving by. It's that design, it should be smaller.
Yeah, it does feel too big.
Yeah,
every time I've been around when it felt too big.
It should be the size of like an S10.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys remember the Aztec, right?
Yeah.
Pontiac Aztec, that thing? That's a piece of shit.
That was the first car I ever saw that had a plug, like a normal outlet.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? This is great. I need an Aztec.
This is the future.
I'm like 12 years old. I need an Aztec.
That's an ugly ass fucking car. The Pontiac Aztec's fucking ugly.
You know what's funny about like all these like upgrades, like technical upgrades that you get in these cars too, like you're talking about with the outlet, is like it doesn't take long for that shit to be outdated.
Yeah.
Like I was in a hotel room recently and it had like all the like USB outlets. And it's like, bro, get a USB-C now.
Yeah,
dude, it changes so quick.
I know, like it's almost fucking useless. Like, what's the point?
But the point about the Cybertruck, I was trying to explain this to a couple of friends of mine that they fucking assholes, man. They just, I swear they're like retarded or something. They just can't grasp any concept that's over.
Do I know these two guys?
No.
Okay, sorry. You know what I'm talking
about. Yeah. But they can't grasp a concept like over like I don't know. It's like, I was trying to explain, I like that it was made. I wouldn't own one, but I love that someone made it. I don't even care who made it. I just that thing is on the road is fucking cool.
It's like when you see like some like home or building that's like really unique architecture, and you're like, I would never fucking do it.
Yeah.
But like it's cool. Like you did that,
dude. There's a new Hyundai. It's coming out.
Are you talking about the one that looks like an '80s car?
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god. I gotta look this up.
Even the dash.
What is it?
They're making two versions. There's a Hyundai. Just look up like Hyundai Hydrogen because they're making a hydrogen version and then a normal like car.
Look up or maybe like concept '80s.
But it's like
coming out. It's like boxy. Yeah, like so they.
It is fucking sick, dude. It's one of the coolest cars.
Whoa, because it kind of looks like just the DeLorean.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But they're releasing that car, and they said they're gonna release it just like that. It's
Bro,
not
I
gonna look
fuck
different.
with that.
Yeah,
Look at that. Holy
yeah,
shit.
And they're gonna make it. It's gonna look like that. They're not gonna do that bullshit where this is the concept.
Yeah.
And the other one looks
So-
like
That looks like a slammed DeLorean.
The reason why it's gonna cars are gonna be designed like that is because they don't need to worry about design for fuel efficiency anymore.
right. Yeah.
Oh, I never thought about that. Okay. Well, that explains the Cybertruck then.
Yeah, I don't know what.
I mean, it doesn't look very aerodynamic.
I mean, it kind of does, but I don't know if it is or not. I have no fucking clue. I wasn't in the room, the wind tunnel room.
Dude, I should take a note. It was after 2008. It's 80% of cars after 2008 that are sold are monochromatic, so they're black,
white,
gray, or white.
Yeah,
80% of all cars that are sold in the United
just
States.
go to a parking lot these days. Like,
But I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about this, and I'm driving, listening to the podcast. I'm driving, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I'm in a white car, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck?"
Damn.
I'm like, "What is going on?"
You know what's
here?
funny is I saw that. So they have like a parking structure at San Diego, the San Diego airport, and it's for all the rentals because San Diego, everyone that flies in for a convention or for whatever, they always rent a car. So we need like these big spaces for rental cars. So they made a whole parking garage for Avis, for fucking all the other rental car companies. But I always see that, and at first I was like, oh, that's a weird looking like group of cars and on a parking structure. Because they were all white, gray, and black.
Yeah, they're all that color.
And then it finally hit me. I was like, oh, those aren't like just regular people cars. Those are rental cars. And they're all just like a brand new.
It's weird.
But it is weird. Like you never really notice that.
I don't know why we got away from that. I mean, it must be the people didn't want to buy them, and it's probably cheaper for them to only have a couple colors.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's cheaper. Yeah.
and also like it like I think white or black is usually easier to keep clean than like other colors.
See, I don't know, man. I just got rid of my black car with the Lexus. And I was like, man, this thing gets dirty all the time. Like every little piece of dust, I just see it. Then I got a white car, and it's fucking dirty all the time.
Yeah, so I think it kind of depends on like what environment you're in.
Obviously, yes.
Like we get a ton of like sand, and that shit shows up on black like a motherfucker.
And it ruins your fucking brakes.
That too. But yeah, no, like but like the thing is, if like you have like red and it's dirty, it looks fucking terrible.
I mean, all dirty cars look terrible, really.
But I mean, like red looks like especially terrible. Think about like that red Ford Focus that you always saw driving around.
When is the wrap thing? When is that going to get cheaper?
What?
They like wrapping your car. It's so expensive. I thought it would be like much cheaper than painting.
Well, there's different wraps though. There's like
we should pay for someone to do a tasteless gentleman rap.
Oh my god, that'd be fucking funny. Yeah, the car wraps. I looked into that when I just got the Tesla.
$5,000, right?
Yeah, if you're lucky, man. I don't know the names.
That's like mostly installation though, right?
I know, but you can get your car like a premium paint job with like premium paint. They'll take it all apart. Do everything, like paint the door, everything, not just like the outside of it. That's like $9,000, not just $9,000.
Crazy. There's certain, I forget the names. I don't want to start making shit up, but there's one where it lasts for like 9 years.
Right.
But that guy that I talked to at the shop said if you want to do that, it's better if you just bought the car. Like my car was a couple years old, so he was like, you already have a couple dings and stuff. You just get the lower one that only lasts for like 3 or 4 years, and come back and get it rewrapped. I'm like, bitch,
I know, but
come get it rewrapped for $4,000.
That seems crazy to me.
That's nuts.
That seems crazy.
I do want to black my car out though.
But I'd rather just like wrap before you sell it. Fuck that.
So I talked to the guy, and I was talking to Dom too, and Dom was stoked. He's like, "Yeah, Joe, I'll help you." I was like, "No, I'll do this on my own."
What was he gonna do? Is he gonna help you put it on?
Dom always knows a guy. He always knows a guy.
He's got like the skateboard thing where you're like,
I'm 50-50 with Dom, man. Sometimes he's got hookups, and sometimes I don't know what's going on here, buddy.
You just pull up to some fucking guy's garage and like Santee.
I went to the shop and I talked to the guy. He seemed pretty cool, and then he sold me when he told me like, hey, and then there's this, and I was like, okay, I just want to get like black. Like, give me a quote. Yeah. He's like, well, matte black or like this other black, and this other black looked really deep, dark. And I was like, what's that? He's like, we call that the Batmobile black. I was like, oh, bro. Sold until he said $6,000. I was like, nope. Looks like my car's gonna be white for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Hell no, dude.
How much I mean, I don't think it'd be worth trying it yourself, but I just wonder how much that material is. Just if you bought enough to wrap a car.
What is the actual? Is it vinyl?
Yeah, I think
Vinyl's the
PPF,
cheap
right?
stuff, and then there's PPF.
Yeah,
is the more expensive stuff. And then if you want to get a ceramic coating over it, which is the one that lasts for like 8 or 9 years, again, I think I know this. I might be wrong. Then that's even more. So there's like levels to it. But the guy's like, if you go all out, you'll be good for 9 years. Is that
just like spray on ceramic coat? Like what?
I don't know.
No. It's the ceramic. I don't know.
I know the ceramic's pretty serious. Like you can get your paint job like completely refurbished with the ceramic coating.
Yeah.
So.
And even when it gets dirty, like you can
like
almost wipe it off with a cloth and it looks great.
Are you just like adding weight to your car at that point? Like
pretty much. It makes your car look bigger. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a fucking tank at that point.
I mean, dude, for all we know, these guys could be lying to us. It could be one material and they're just like, no,
you don't know.
Better.
That's like what the car dealerships used to do all the time. They can't get away with it anymore, but they used to do like we do the undercoating protection. And there was a bunch of little ones they do. That's $500. This is $500. That's $500.
Yeah,
and then they get you. They can't get away with it because you just look online like that's not real.
Fucking car dealership owners are leeches.
I just think it's because the margins. It's not the margins are bad because they can be bad. I think it's that you go through these huge ups and then these really big droughts in car sales. So they try to like get it while they can get it.
For sure.
And then so they can survive the drought. I think that's kind of...
And like... But fuck them, like
I'm not disagreeing.
No,
the one guy without a car is like, fuck
no, fuck them. They're fucking leeches, dude.
Are they?
Yeah, they got laws implemented in like every state that makes it illegal to do direct to consumer sales.
That actually is.
Like straight up rent seeking mentality.
In
like
2024, it's unneeded to have a car dealership for a new car. That actually doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
Anymore. I don't think.
Oh.
Like Tesla, for example, they had to fight tooth and nail.
Yeah.
I don't even think they still can't be in Texas.
Maybe not.
Tesla,
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of states where they can't sell them yet. Direct to consumer.
And like in dealerships add absolutely zero value to the
those
product.
Motherfuckers don't know shit about their cars.
They don't care.
The only thing they do is make your car more expensive. That's it. They provide literally no service beyond that. Not only that, to service your car is more expensive there than it is in like a normal fucking garage.
Oh yeah, I learned that one the hard way.
So yeah, fuck them.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you. And most of the big, like, I don't think you mean the employees, but like the...
No, I can't get mad.
I was like, no, fuck Rodrigo, bro.
I'm
fuck
actually just making it
Rodrigo.
clear for the audience.
No, I can't get mad at them. You know what I mean? Go get yours.
It's as a company, the dealership.
No, as a business model,
like
it's
Massey
fucking
Toyota
sucks.
or something like that.
Yeah.
When they go out,
Massey
when
Nissan.
I see a dealership go out of business, I'm fucking thrilled.
Damn, bro.
I could not be happier.
I dance on their grave.
I could not be happier. Literally, I want to throw a kegger on a fucking empty lot every time
bro,
one
this
of them
dude wants
goes
to
out
just
of
see
business.
the fucking world burn.
No, fuck it. I want to see the world thrive. They're the ones who want to fucking leech off it.
Yeah.
They can fucking go to hell.
Well, you're fucking showing him who's boss. You don't have a car. You didn't fall into fucking...
I didn't. Yeah,
Good for you, dude.
I'm living by my fucking
I'm
by my
with it,
principles
though.
here.
I think especially for obviously for used cars, a little different. You need to go like check it out. But for like a brand new car, it really doesn't make any sense that. Like,
no, it's weird.
And especially in this day and age, like if I go buy a brand, I don't care what it is. If I'm like, oh, I like that car, I'm gonna buy it. You know it's gonna ride well.
Yeah.
You know it's gonna. Like,
I've never taken a car for a test drive and been like, nope.
Yeah, a brand new car,
bro. When I got my Tesla, I went there knowing like. My mentality was, all right, man, the next like month I need to get a car because my Lexus is like doing some shady shit and I'm not sticking around to see what it's about to shit out on me. And when I fucking went to go pick up my Tesla, I was like, I'll take it for a test drive. But I know in the next couple months I need to get a car. Bro, I brought that thing back. I was like, sold. Yeah. Where do I sign? Let's go. Like, oh my God, bro. It was so fucking nice. Yeah. And it's just any fucking new car. It's just like, it's going to be better than whatever you have.
Because it's not the 1920s where you might get a jalopy.
They're all nice.
I haven't heard the word jalopy in years.
Yeah, like back in that day, like people were like, oh, fuck it, we're going to start making cars. Like,
and the warranties are like, fuck it, we're going to start making cars. The warranties are actually not too bad either, man. Like, warranties are fucking paying extra couple $1,000, dude.
Dude, if you see somebody with a new Hummer, just give them a little RIP, it's a blessing.
What?
Because they're so fucked. If you bought one of those new Hummers when they first came out, like so basically they
How
were
new
going.
we talking?
Like they were last year, I think. They came out
I
last
don't know.
year.
I haven't even heard
But
this.
so anyway, they're really nice. I mean, I think they look cool as shit. Like I think they
Is
look.
this like the big ass ones?
The big one, it's EV.
Yeah.
It has like 800 horsepower. It's fucking sick. Yeah. But anyway, and they get crabs walk. Both the back wheels and front wheels can turn the same direction and like go sideways. It's fucking dope. But when they first came out, they were going over MSRP. They're like $80,000, but they're selling them for like $170.
Jesus.
But now it's all caught up. So if you bought one and you were on a payment schedule there, now it's only worth $100, let's say, but you paid $170. So you're like $70,000 in the hole. You can't sell it.
I mean, you're buying a Hummer for $170. Like,
Yeah.
kind of just.
I hear you, but a lot of people do that shit though. They spend way too much.
I would not at this point. I would not buy a big car.
That's un-American.
Oh no! Well, if you live like in the like country or whatever, fine.
Yeah.
Like buy a big truck, do your thing. But like they're gonna start charging people for like cars of a certain size in like urban areas.
Who like
cities?
Cities?
Yeah, because
Kamala Harris.
Oh no.
Because they do more damage to the infrastructure than smaller cars. They cause more deaths. They cause more accidents. So cities are going broke basically with their infrastructure. And so they're going to start implementing eventually like, all kinds of like charges for like larger vehicles and shit like that.
So when are you gonna get a car? What's that look?
I will go as long as I can without getting a car.
What do you think is gonna be like the event where you're gonna be like the day you're like, fuck man, I might need to get a car.
I had to like take a job where I was like commuting like somewhere unreasonable.
Yeah. Well, we wanted to tell you that we're moving the Tasteless Gentlemen studio to La Mesa, so I could go take you to CarMax. We'll look at some Teslas for you, homie.
This guy just opened up a dealership.
my friend. Put the Jewish music on. Dun, 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 dun.
No, fuck. I have like noticed, like honestly, like I know people don't believe it, but like it is literally one of the most liberating things to just not own a car.
I believe you, man. Shit. I didn't have one for like a year and a half. You guys remember when car to go was a thing?
Yeah.
Those little like
those little ones, yeah.
things. You used
live
to rent
downtown,
them,
right? Yeah.
Yeah. I was driving back from Point Loma to downtown to PB for a year in those things, and in a year I spent $3,000 or like 30. I think it was like came out to $3,300. I didn't have a car. I was just renting those things. It was cool. I mean, they're super small. I don't even think I could fit a bike in that thing.
Yeah.
But it was cool.
It was like a smart car, right? It was a little bit bigger, but like that.
They were gas powered, yeah.
Yeah, they were gas powered, but it was super small, and you just like leave it certain place. It's basically what the electronic scooter, not electronic, but the battery powered, the e-scooters. That's kind of what it's the same thing. They're not around anymore.
I remember you'd see those cars, and they wouldn't be parked like a normal.
Yeah.
They'd be parked with the butt like towards the
horizontal.
The
they could be like facing the sidewalk. That's how
but
small
it would
they
still
were.
fit though.
Yeah.
What you're starting to see a lot more of is golf cart sales around here.
I see them a lot. Like even by my house, I see like, people driving like
It's so dangerous though.
Way
right?
more common.
I mean, more dangerous. You can only go like 30. More dangerous than a motorcycle. I don't know.
I mean, the only reason it's dangerous is because there's big ass cars.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, I mean, like if more people around here were driving golf carts, it would be way safer than a car.
It'd be way more fun too.
You think the
That's
listeners
true.
understand? Like, I'm not trying to like downplay the listeners, but like that's a beach thing, right? Like having golf carts. Because people probably listening right now going, wait, what? People drive golf carts around?
Half the fucking country's at the beach. I mean,
yeah, but like beach city, like I don't know.
So Australia, they only have cities by the beach.
Well, that's the only place they can have cities.
Yeah, but I don't know. Explain it to people. Like, families have a golf cart.
So it's not so much of a thing here.
It's not?
Like, it's less of a thing on the West Coast than it is in places like South Carolina or like Florida.
Yeah, you definitely see that.
Like, it's way more common out there. But that's because like their roads, a lot of those beach communities were built before cars were more common.
And it's just like,
so
you're driving around neighborhoods. You're not like going on the freeway. You're not going to the mall.
I don't think you probably can't go on the
Yeah, no,
you could try.
your car or your automobile or whatever has to go like faster than 65, right?
It's something like that.
I think it's like, so I mean, you can get like an electric like a Vespa kind of deal that's only street legal within like neighborhoods.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've
definitely been tempted to do that.
I just thought like
I want one of those. Do you know what I want? Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
I want one of those electric bikes, the little bicycles. I want one. So
I want to
bad.
see you on
Like the
one of those
e-bikes, or
things.
like the ones you pedal, or like
no,
the one. So there's the company like Maving or whatever.
Yeah. Saran.
They look like retro style motorcycles kind of.
Motorcycles. Yeah,
I was in LA with my parents a couple days ago, and one of those like couple kids drove by. I hear my dad.
The problem they do that shit though. I do find it fucking annoying too. Because it'll be like a pack of them. I've seen it. They go
like
they
on
go
the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Do they go down? I live on like off a major street, and they go down that major street, and you can hear them, and they're like 40, 50, 60 deep. They're going up the sidewalk. They're jumping the median.
Oh yeah.
They're fucking blocking traffic. They're ignoring the stoplight. It's like, come on,
stop.
Those super
Drop.
those Super 73s are dope though.
They're so sick.
I
I
want
kind of
one.
like it. Like until they come to my neighborhood, I like them. But like I see them like downtown and shit, and I like sometimes like roll down the window. I'm like, yay, get it!
Dude,
Like, it looks so fun.
If I had a secure place to lock that shit up, I would
Drive that shit in your
I
apartment, homie.
You can ride up the stairs for sure.
Dude, do it.
I need to get the one with extra torque in the second battery.
You gotta do it, man. That shit looks so fun.
I know, dude. Those things are fucking dope, dude. If I was a kid, like, I know like people are annoyed about the kids like riding around town, but dude, when we were growing up, if we had those things, we would be fucking smashing around.
I don't like
that's
the
what I'm
pack thing. I don't care about them driving around. I just don't like the pack thing where they're like, dude, just doing ridiculous shit. Like,
Wheelies?
Bro, yeah, just be like more low key. Like, you don't have to be annoying about it. Like,
That's what's being a kid's all about. Dude.
Well, here's the thing though, is like they're not out of breath like we were because we had to pedal.
Yeah, true.
So, like,
You can
we're
only hold that
fucking
wheelie
riding.
on your bike for like 2 minutes, and I'm like, ugh.
yeah, those New York kids are bad with that. I mean, in New York, they do like straight up ATVs and dirt bikes.
Yeah. Is that legal there?
Fuck no, that's not legal. Yeah.
I don't think I've told you guys about my parking situation in Little Italy, but I'm thinking about getting a one wheel. You guys seen the one wheel
Like
thing?
a unicycle?
Yeah.
Here comes Schoeny coming up to the juggling.
It's not even powered.
Hey, guys, look at this.
He's doing a DJ set on it.
Oh, hey, let's go. So yeah, those one wheels. That's the name of them, right?
Yeah, yeah.
One wheel, little like
Yeah,
really
no,
one
yeah,
wheel
yeah.
with like a skateboard
Yeah.
attached to it. Because I have a buddy that DJs downtown, and parking at night is terrible downtown.
Yeah.
So he's like, "Yeah, I park on the outskirts, and then I one wheel. I take it out of my car, and I one wheel to my."
They're expensive,
job.
dude.
Yeah, they
Dude,
are,
he
yeah.
paid $2,000 for his.
Yeah,
I was like, "Fuck, dude."
you could build that.
Well, there's you could buy like a nice old Honda Civic for that.
Yeah,
Wait
no.
a minute, a nice old
Well, like-
Honda.
like
yeah,
a-
yeah,
No,
yeah.
I was doing this. I was curious because it's small and compact. Like I could put it in my apartment, no problem. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that might be a good idea. And I saw the price. I was like, fuck no.
It would be a good investment if you had a car right now and you were thinking about selling it and getting that, because it's all about parking. Like, you don't have to pay for parking.
Like,
And if
I
you
would
worked in
rather just
PB.
spend like $600 and get my own e-scooter if I was gonna get that.
Yeah. Might as
You
well.
know what I mean? But like, no, those things look fun.
Yeah.
What about a bike that folds up? They got that.
Nobody wants to fold a bike anymore, though.
The thing is, though, when you're in PB, dude, you want something that can handle like the like shitty streets,
Yeah.
like all like
you
the
don't want
ups
it to
and
fold
downs.
up while you're riding.
Yeah, well, like, cause you know how like those like dips are in the fucking
Yeah.
intersection.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I was walking over here the other day, and like somebody was barreling through. Like, I don't understand how these people drive around PB not like going through intersections super fast.
Yeah.
And like it literally like bottoms out on the fucking ground and sparks are flying like it's fucking Fast and the Furious. I'm like, what are you doing?
You could ruin your car,
Yeah.
you, like actually ruin your
God, we're
shit.
getting old and salty. What are you doing? Hey, just low key.
Dude, but the
Stop
thing is,
it.
I was 18 years old. I wasn't this dumb.
Yeah,
Like-
that's true.
Like I drove a car with a body kit. Like I wasn't like I knew not to fucking
Yeah,
go
it's-
thing, you know.
you gotta slow down and go like
you're
45 degrees.
That's
you
even
know,
more
the angle,
annoying.
yeah.
That's even more annoying sometimes. You're in the back, you're behind someone, and they do the fucking go
Oh,
sideways.
yeah, cars would try to like pass me. I'm like, dude, chill out.
Yeah.
See?
Chill out.
dicks.
I'll go Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Chill out here.
Give me a moment.
That's the thing about Fast and the Furious movies. They never show you when you're going over a speed bump.
Yeah.
Pulling out the driveway.
Yeah, they just somehow have open roads through all of LA.
Yeah. So the reason why I wanted to get a one wheel is because I have this parking garage, Ace Parking in Little Italy.
Like you own it.
I wish. And I paid for it a couple times when I used to go to Little Italy. And then this is like once or twice, a week. I go visit Coco Maya, and I went there once, and it said, you pull the ticket, you park, you come back later that night, and then you leave, you put the fucking ticket in. It tells you how much you owe. It's like $20, which isn't terrible for Little Italy. And then I get a little notification when I try to leave one night, and it says ticket jam. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, so it's not coming up. I'm like, what's going on? And I see there's a little button for call someone, assistance. So I press it, and no one picks up, but the gate opens. And I was like, oh, okay. So security, the front desk at the hotel, it's part of a hotel. I press it, security like hears it, and they're just lazy. They don't want to go out there, so they just open the gate.
Or maybe they didn't see it on camera.
Exactly. So that ticket jam. It probably happens all the time, right?
Yeah.
So then the next week I come to park and I do the same thing, and then I pull up. It doesn't say ticket jam, but I'm like, I wonder. So I press the call button, beep, and the gate goes up. I'm like, word.
Well,
okay.
Get arrested in like 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Try a year and a half, homie. I've been doing this shit for so long.
Not for
until
long,
last week.
Oh, not
until
anymore.
last week.
The manager's watching the show.
No. I pull up, not thinking about anything. I press the button. And he goes, may I help you?
Like, no, bitch, open the gate.
And I go, no, man, sorry. I didn't mean to hit the button. He's like, oh, okay. I'm like, fuck.
He's like, yeah, right. We got you on camera 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah, Mr. Schoeny, is that you? Yeah, we got you, buddy.
Yeah, I got yelled at by my boss last week.
Get arrested for grand larceny.
So now I'm like, dude, I got to pay for parking. So that's when I hit my homie. He's like, dude, just get a one wheel.
Dude, it's $2.50 to take the trolley, and it drops you off right in Little Italy.
Brother.
With the pores?
Brother, I'm not. So what I got to walk from my house to the trolley now? I got to leave like an hour and a half earlier to go to dinner?
You live like 15-minute walk from the trolley.
I see the shit that goes on at the trolley, bro. I see two dudes
Stop
fucking fist fighting.
Scared.
I am scared. I don't want to have to fist fight someone to go to fucking dinner.
You can see that at every bar in PB.
I'm going to show up at Coco Maya sweating and still bleeding.
All
What
I
happened?
think about is like just the nice AC in the car, and like you don't have to be around
Music.
any of the icky people.
Yeah, man. I can laugh at poor people when I drive by.
So you're the reason why
I will
you're
take
the reason
it,
why
though.
we have expensive parking and expensive Uber. You're not undercutting them.
The infrastructure.
You got to undercut them.
The
man.
housing market.
You got to undercut them.
So I will take the trolley one day. No, I will, because I look at it and some days it doesn't look too sketchy, and I'll take it. I don't know where I'm gonna go. Maybe I'll just come hang out.
You can go wherever you want, brother.
As long, north of
as long as it's on the track.
Yeah.
I've never been on it either. Maybe.
Should we go check it out? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I've always wanted to actually do a
I gotta be drunk though.
like a pub crawl, but on the trolley.
Oh my god.
So like it starts at UTC. There's a few bars out there,
See, that sounds like fun. That's something I get on the trolley for.
and then
you
you could stop off at a Night Owl right here,
Yeah.
and then you take it down. There's some stops on.
Wait. Where do they stop? Over by the Night Owl. Where's the trolley?
It's right here.
Where are you pointing? What?
It's right on Balboa.
Oh, like where the gym is.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then you could fucking.
Oh, you're right.
So
Shit.
then you can get there's some bars on Morena too, and then you would get to Old.
Bro, that sounds
Then you get on Old. I'm talking about a Dave drinking, like a daytime drinking,
still.
and then you get to Old Town. There's some bars at Old Town, some cool bars at Old Town, and then you're over by Aero Bar,
Yeah.
and then you're over in Little Italy.
You've been thinking about this for a while, huh?
It would be fucking fun.
When's your birthday?
March.
Let's do it.
We'll do it.
That
Yeah.
would be fucking fun.
That'd be cool.
I mean, you could end it in downtown. You wouldn't want to go. You wouldn't want to keep going after that.
Well, yeah. Hey, wait a minute. You don't want to go by my place?
Yeah.
The party ends at my place, bro.
I mean, yeah, we could do that.
And then we all go to
we
fucking
could do
TJ
that.
and get shot.
Yeah, we could do it at party ends at Schoony's house.
We're already in TJ.
I know, right?
I'll see this because Schoeny desperately wants everyone to come over to his place. So fine.
we'll do that.
I'm telling you, bro.
we'll do the
I got the
after
4K
party.
Blu-rays. I got the brand new OLED TV.
But if you think I'm walking from the trolley to his house, you're out of your fucking mind.
No, we'll get a party bus from there.
At least that's what you think it is, bro.
Yeah.
It's an abduction bus, bro. You're getting sex trafficked for sure.
For sure.
Where we at? What's the
Let's
time?
get out of here.
Yeah, we gotta get
I
out
gotta
of
go
here.
to
dude.
bed, dude.
Hey, hit the Patreon.
Yeah, hit up the
Thank you.
Patreon, sign up.
Thank you guys for the support.
Yeah, send me a message or send show. Apparently, I haven't been getting.
Yeah, what the fuck, bro?
Apparently, I haven't been getting message requests for some reason.
Yeah, it's weird. Everyone hits me up. They're, hey, man, Alex want to.
Yeah. No, I just realized this the other day. I was like, wait, I haven't had like a message request in a while. So it's not like sending me message requests anymore.
Who cares? Yeah, hit me up. I don't
Thank God.
All right, later, guys.